everyone, it's Patty. Watch Patty Melt. Hope you're doing great. It is June 22nd, 2015, and I am 62 weeks post-op gastric bypass. It's been a couple weeks since I've come to you, I think about 3. Last time I came to you, I believe I was 183, 184. And I'm inching ever closely to my goal, which is 180. I'm still inching. I'm not there yet. The lowest I've seen is 181.4. Today I was, I think, 182. It's always all over the place as I'm getting closer. So anyways, I'm just, a couple deep breaths away from my goal, which is amazing. And I can't wait to, of course, celebrate the day that I get to that number. So started my journey in October of 2013 at my highest weight of 360 pounds. And then went through a series of different weight loss things to get to my gastric bypass. So we had to lose 10% of our weight. So I decided to do OptiFast, and during the course of watching what I was eating and then 4 months of OptiFast, I lost 70 pounds leading up to the day of my gastric bypass. So on the day of my bypass, which was April 15th, 2014, I was 290 pounds, and since then I have, of course, continued to lose, and sitting at a weight of 181 or 182. I'll just say 182 for today. So 2 pounds away from my goal. I think I'm 181.8, but what the heck, round up. So, anyways, I'm overjoyed with my experience overall. It's been absolutely fantastic. It's interesting. I got to have lunch with Elizabeth today down at the beach. It was really, really nice. And we're just talking about how things have changed through the journey and through phases of YouTube and what we learn from different people and so forth, and how your perspective really changes from phase to phase to phase. And so if there's somebody that you really enjoyed watching early on in your journey, I know she and I both enjoyed watching less of Sarah. We were watching Sarah when she was going through her whole process. She's now more in a maintenance mode, but going back even now to those videos and some of the other people, I know Jen RNY for me, a lot of people who I followed, they said stuff when they were at this place in their journey. And it's funny because I remember thinking, oh, that's kind of interesting, or that's kind of, I don't see myself ever being that way. And it's like, oh yeah, your perspective changes. So it's just really, I think, really interesting and helpful to go back and take a look at videos of people who are at the same place where you are in your journey, and just, see if you can gain some extra nuggets of information. So a couple of interesting things recently that I want to share now that I'm 62 weeks out, and that have been, newer things that I've experienced. I'm 47 years old, and so my cycle has been a little bit more erratic lately, to the point where I was like, oh dear, am I going to be a mom? Not the case. It's just obviously a hormonal situation. And with that, I also noticed I've been having more anxiety. And so I'm not more anxiety. I'm not really an anxious person, but I'd been experiencing it really kind of hardcore for the first time. And that was not comfortable, and I was feeling just kind of out of my skin. So once my cycle came along, that absolutely went away, but I can tell that that's something hormonal. So I did make an appointment with my primary care physician. I want to get my numbers done and so forth to see where I'm at in relation to, starting the menopausal situation. So I'll let you know how that goes. It's July 1st. I'm hoping to be to my goal by July 1st, just so that would be really nice to go to my appointment and be at the number and be done with it. A couple of other things. We went to a wedding over this past weekend for family. One of my husband's cousins. My husband comes from a humongous family. His mom is one of 16 kids. My husband's one of 7. So it's just a huge, huge family. And so when everyone gets together for events, it's easily just family alone with cousins and aunts and uncles and so forth, about 100 people. So a lot of them hadn't seen me in a while. It was interesting because I've also experienced this in business recently when I haven't seen people. People absolutely do not recognize me. And I mean, to the point of they're like, "Hi, have I met you?" Or, "Danny, introduce me to your friend." That's my husband. "Introduce me to your friend," like thinking I'm his girlfriend and not his wife. So it's been not his family so much, obviously, but just friends. We were at a social event yesterday, and this was that did happen where somebody said, "Oh, introduce me to your friend," and this guy's like, "Oh, this is his girlfriend." It was just a joke, obviously. So you hear that happening, you think that's never going to be me. Well, guess what? It's me. People do not recognize me. Another thing that's been really interesting too is just people's reaction. I guess I've been a little bit surprised, and probably not in so much of a positive way, of several people's reactions to me recently. And quite honestly, I recognize that that's their challenge, not my challenge. I just feel bad for them for where they're at. I know somebody who our family's close friends with her husband, and she struggled with her weight. Not in a terrible way or anything, probably 40 pounds or so. I don't know. I'd be guessing. But anyways, she hasn't seen me in a year and a half, and she has a blog that is about manners. And anyways, yesterday when I saw her, she just said hi. Nothing else. And that I'm never not looking for people to acknowledge, "Oh, you've lost weight," because everyone does, and I've gotten used to that part of it, and it's of course nice, but it doesn't give me that heightened sense of hey, I've accomplished or anything like that. It just, it's always nice, but it's not something I'm looking for. But for whatever reason, I was looking for her to say, "Wow, you look great." Also because of her job, and I don't want to say what she does because it would definitely say who she is, but she's a pretty high profile person. I was just really taken back by that. And the other thing too is I think I would be okay with it if the person was, on the younger side and hadn't lived so much life. But this woman is mature. She's older than I. She's probably in between her 55 and 60, and it was just really sad. And it made me realize that I remember being in the situation too where when I would see people losing weight and so forth, I'd be happy for them, but how it would make me feel would be, God, I wish that was me, and it probably precluded me from being able to be very complimentary to them. So I get it. I just, so anyways, a lot of this is about cutting people slack and grace, because if they don't react the way you would suspect that they should, or not that she should have done that. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I guess I need to always just minimize my expectations of people. But I was looking for some kind of, just acknowledgement. Her husband was very gracious and acknowledged, my weight loss and so forth. And again, I'm not looking for those acknowledgments. Please don't get me wrong. It's just, that was one I expected. Now, it's interesting. I have another friend who is a very dear friend of mine, and she and I, we've struggled together for a long time. And, she sent me the sweetest text. She saw a picture of me this weekend, and she's like, "I can't stop looking at that picture of you." She said, "You did it, and I am so proud of you." And, oh my gosh, it just, that meant so much to me. I mean, this is my friend who, she has lost 100 pounds a couple of times and has struggled to keep it off. And she could be just like this other lady, especially because of struggling so much. And instead she, it just shows you the level of maturity and graciousness that some people have. And so for that lady, I don't want to stone her to death or anything like that. I feel for her, because I know it says a lot about the place where she's at and how she's feeling about herself, most likely, and that's why she couldn't be complimentary. So anyways, this is probably a little deeper than I expected. What else is new? Not a whole heck of a lot, just trying to get towards that goal. Continuing to walk and starting back my water fitness class. We'll see how that goes. And I have plans with some different people this summer. I want to do Pilates and yoga, and I want to do some kayaking and paddleboarding. We live, as many people know, we live in California, and there's a lake close. We live relatively close to the beach, but I'm not as close as Elizabeth. I live about 10 to 12 miles east of the beach, and then but we have a lake right here where I could paddleboard too. So looking forward to doing that. That was one of my big goals in NSB's when we went on our annual trip to Maui this last March. So, and that was the first time I'd ever done that. So looking forward to doing that and just being outside. It's so nice not to sweat through summer for the first time ever. It does suck being cold all the time. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not always cold, but like if it gets down near 70, I'm like, okay, I need a sweater or a blanket. So that's just new, but it's okay. I prefer it over the sweating anytime, any day. So you guys, I don't have a lot. If anyone has any questions for me. Oh, I did say I was going to do a food video, and I haven't done it yet, and I apologize. But let me give you an idea of what I ate today. So this morning I had a Premier Protein shake. That was the first thing I had. I also had a cup of coffee. I am able to drink coffee again, so I am drinking that. Most of the time I have decaf. Sometimes I have regular. It's fully loaded. I did have a Quest bar. And then at lunch I had a salad. It was a Cobb salad with chicken and bacon and avocado. It wasn't big. It was a small salad. And I had a glass, or not even a glass. I had probably a quarter of a glass of sangria. And it wasn't a high sugar sangria. And when I got home, I had 2 Weight Watchers string cheese. And tonight I'll probably have like a piece of fish. And I might have a second Premier Protein shake. So, I did, and I had some cherries. So that's what I had today. I love cherries. And I will have a Fudgesicle Fudge Pop for my dessert because I love those. They're only 40 calories. Not that calories matter, but they just set me off perfectly. So anyways, you guys, that's what I had today. I don't have a lot to contribute this week. But also too, I'm not even going to comment on this, but anyways, that's pretty much it for now, and I hope you're doing well, and congratulations to everyone who keeps doing the track. You're doing great. Talk soon. Bye-bye.